Okay, to install this part here, right, they come with all the screws that you need. Usually you're just gonna have to get two 12mm nuts. Take out the stud. You have to go get two 12mm bolts, 12mm nuts, sorry. Hold one, tighten the other one, and then you just have to screw out the one in the back, and then as you can see, now the whole stud is coming out. You repeat this process to the other side, because the water neck that I bought provided the gaskets and the bolts and the actual screws that you will be using, which is a lot shorter than these studs. But yep, you just have to repeat the process. The process to loosen it, I just take vice grips, hold the actual stud down, and then, you know, lefty loosey, and just thread the nut back out, and that's it. Pretty easy. You can see I'm not gonna fully put all the hardware on, but so you guys have an idea, these are the bolts, which are Allen keys, and that's how they fit. Not bad. I bought this off of eBay. I'm sorry, correction, I bought this from Amazon. Quality is pretty good. Came with everything. Came with the hardware, the gaskets. I'm gonna most likely run a little bit of silicone on top of those gaskets. They also gave you some sealant so you can put around the everything where water passes by, which is obviously this, and even this. So not bad for the pricing. I'm gonna also install the water neck. Not sponsored by MSCR, but I ordered the water neck from them and the water neck that goes with the thermostat that you're able to spin on this. I'm not installing. I'm gonna get to installing this, but this weekend I got the OEM water pump from a TSX. I went to Honda. I need to get the housing, the US housing. Once I get that, I can install everything, and I'm gonna tow the car into the garage. I'm getting my Datsun out of here, and we should continue. So it's pretty self-explanatory, straightforward installing. You don't want to tighten the bolts down, because once you tighten the bolts down, the swivel doesn't, you're not able to move it. So once you get it in the position that you would like it to face, then I suggest you tighten the bolts down. But yeah, pretty simple. You have to, this is the water pump housing, brand new OEM water pump. I cleaned the surface. You want to make sure you can clean the surface as best as you can so it can get a good seal. This step isn't really needed, but I even painted the screws for the most part.
Yeah, this is gonna be messy, guys. The paint didn't fully dry, so I'm gonna have paint all over my hands. see. I could have let it dry, but my impatient ass. On the floor.
The torque specs to these are like 22 foot-pounds of torque. Don't quote me, but you could easily, there. Just painted these nice screws. Let me clean this socket. You can easily just tighten them like this with this little ratchet. I always do it in an X pattern. I always do it in an X pattern. So if I start here, I go here, then here, then this one, then this one right here, then that one. You could give it a little extra torque if you'll like to be on the safe side, but that machine is, Milwaukee tools are pretty good. See, all of them are really probably over torqued, but that's it. It's installed. Thermostat housing. This you have to be very careful, as it's plastic, and as you know, plastic over the years gets hard, gets brittle, and it could easily crack.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you have a quarter?
No. And now I have to loosen these three up like I told you guys. I tighten it down, but I gotta loosen these up to get the angle that I want when it's on the block, so I can run my radiator hose. But I'm not too worried about that right now because I'm not there yet. I haven't even put the motor inside. I'm just doing all I can outside, so once I do get the motor inside the car, it'll be a lot easier, you know, just pick up the parts, put them on, and go from there. I'm gonna order Honda Bond. I'm sure I can just use high temperature silicone from AutoZone, but I'm gonna just order the Honda Bond. It's not that much. It's like 20-25 bucks, probably cheaper. I'm gonna order it, get it delivered, and then I'll install this on the block. And yeah, but this is it. All of my coolant components installed. OEM water pump, like I told you guys, and yeah. Tune in for the next part.
No.